beautiful Sunday morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning an hour earlier for those in the US. And for those not in the US, you guys are waking up, changing your time. We're so grateful that you are here. This is the Global Miracle Healing Experiment call, and we are here to discuss the incredible principles in this book. They are ancient principles in a modern world, so we're so excited. Because we're just joining together and we're getting together as one, I'm going to have Jane and Gary drop us into our hearts so we can be heart-centered. Oh my gosh, Pamalaya, you are here. It's so good to see you. And Anne, Michelle, and Luke. Dr. Stephen is here. Judy is here. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. Carol is here. Can you make Carol a co-host? Cornelia, thank you. Oh my gosh, it's so good to see all of you. Joseph, I'm so glad to see you too. So let's go ahead and drop into our head, from our head to our hearts with Jane's beautiful meditation.
Good morning. Okay, everyone. Good to see you. Go ahead and close your eyes. And let's get grounded. So take a nice deep breath and feel into where you are right now, your seat, your chair, the floor. Just
Gary,
nice
would
deep
you turn
breath.
the music
And
on?
exhale. You just become aware of you and your space. Take another nice deep breath into the belly. And exhale. And on this breath, if you need to make a sound, just kind of let out any maybe tension, anything you're holding. So like take a nice deep breath in again. Oh. And go ahead and place your hands on the top of your thighs with your palms up in a receiving manner. And again, just take a scan of your body. See where there's anything. Make a mental note. Don't get too attached to it, but just notice what might be giving you just a little twinge here or there. And take a nice, another deep breath in and expand into that spot, that place, that emotion. And then exhale out, just softening the area. And again, another nice deep breath into and expanding, and then just soften whatever you might be feeling. Now, as you inhale and expand into that emotion that caught your attention, just set it aside, label it, but don't get attached to any story. Now, bring your hands to your heart in prayer position and take a nice deep breath into your heart space. Become aware of that space and of yourself, maybe anything you might be holding there today. Now rub your hands together, create some heat, some friction, some agni. Really feel that heat build up, nice and warm. And as you feel that, get that going, bring that energy to your heart. Place your left hand or your right hand and the other palm on top and send that warmth, that energy that you just created for you, like a warm hug, into your heart space. Send love to yourself today, first and foremost. Fill your cup. Take a few nice deep breaths into that and really feel it then move all over your body from your heart, outward, downward, upward into your mind. And as you feel that, smile inwardly or outwardly. Just appreciate you. Love for loving yourself, for coming here today, for sending yourself, your heart, its own hug directly from you. Now, think about and send some love to your Zoom neighbor in the gallery, whoever's next to you. You may not have seen them yet, but send some of that love that you just gave you now that your cup is filled to them. And then outward beyond that, around the globe, to any of your loved ones and those that you don't know, those who are struggling. Send love all the way around the globe in a big circle of warmth, coming directly from your heart to theirs. And so you can open your hands in a gesture of giving out in front of you and breathe that light and that love out. And as you do that, feel how good that feels to you to share and to give. Now gathering that back up and bringing all the love that you just received, in addition to your own, back to your own heart. A few soft breaths of appreciation. And now bring your hands back to prayer position. Honor yourself, all those around you. Namaskar. Have a beautiful day.
Jane, thank you so much. I don't know if you guys felt what she just did, but the energy that you guys created brought such a beautiful stillness and a coherence. It was absolutely incredible. I think Gary's music is magical because I think that it just always connects us to our hearts. So it was such a beautiful addition. Jane, thank you so much. If you wouldn't mind putting some love in the chat for Jane and sharing with her what it did for you, the meditation did for you this morning. I'd love to have you share that with her. Jane, thank you so much for being on the calls the last few weeks.
Thank you.
I don't know if you know Jane very much, but she has been such a support in the chats this week. I so appreciate her. Anytime I need anything, I turn to her and she shows up. She is an amazing lady, and I so appreciate everything that she does. Thank you, Jane. We have a lot to celebrate today. We've had Dr. Clint's birthday, and today is Cornelia's birthday. Oh my gosh, just wanted to wish you happy birthday, and Dr. Clint, happy birthday. We also have celebration of International Women's Day this week. We had, and the detox, we had the 7-day detox celebration. Gary, would you mind saying something about that?
Well, I never thought that I would be able to get this far. I'm in my 8th day, and I decided I'm just going to keep on going. And it's so amazing how what happens is before you start, it's like, oh, the first 2 days I dropped the ball a few times, but I really can't believe what happens. It's so amazing because I wake up in the morning and instead of like pulling out a monster out of the bed, it's so like my eyes open up and I have this energy of looking forward to the day that I didn't have before. And I feel so much lighter and present and just I feel like I'm floating on the earth instead of and even occasionally when I walk down the stairs, my knee hasn't been hurting all the time. About 50% of the time only, which is really a big deal because my knee has been really, really hurting a lot for the last 6 months. So yeah, I'm going to be talking more in my little segment, but I just want to say what happens when you cross the threshold from thinking, how the heck am I going to be able to do this? And suddenly suddenly realize you get to do this. It's a privilege rather than an obligation. And I just feel so grateful to feel lighter and more awake and present. So yeah, keeping on going here. Lost about 8 pounds so far, so in a week, so that's great.
That is amazing, Gary. So amazing. I love his enthusiasm. He's always sending little messages, voice messages of his enthusiasm for the detox. And, you know, I don't know about you, but when I think I'm going to go on the detox, it just is like a little hook. It's like, I don't want to do that. And yet when I get into it, I'm so grateful that I did. So how many of you feel that same way? Awesome. How many of you had some success with the detox this week? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of yeses. That's awesome. So amazing. Well, wonderful. I would like to, we also have one more thing to celebrate, and that is the book that Carol Ray has done on ancient secrets and animals. Carol, do you want to say anything about that really quickly?
Oh, yes, I want to say I'm so grateful. There's someone who's in my life and 𝗬𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦's life, Jennifer, who had she's really struggling with her pets, and the vets were not helping her as much. And so I was doing a lot of research for her. So Jennifer really inspired me to help gather some of this information that we have and some of the remedies that are available to us that we can impart to our animals. And as we know from Dr. Clint's book, The Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer, the ancient secrets work on people and pets and creatures large and small and insects, reptiles, you name it. So it's just a collection of stories of how people have applied ancient secrets. There's Miss Charlotte. Good morning, Miss Charlotte. We're so happy to have you here. Hi, Charlotte. So we've got the stories in there, some horses who've had great response to eating turmeric, for example. And we've got stories of how people just applied the like for applying whatever you're doing, give it 100%. What a difference that can make with not only in the life of you and your beloved, your children, but your pets respond beautifully to putting that cell phone down, turning off that TV, make contact, give them some marmas, do some little ear presses, do some little head squeezes. It's amazing when you give 100% attention to your pet, how much they love it. So I'm at about 108 pages. If you have a story of applying Ayurshakti herbs or other herbs that have helped your pet heal, send them to team@ancientsecrets. Well, what's our new email, Jana?
team@myancientsecrets.com.
There we go. You can send it to there. Right now we have a pre-release to the people who were in our immersion program. Going to get some feedback and incorporate anything that they recommend, and then it'll be available on Amazon. We got the ISBN number yesterday, so it's moving right along. It's very exciting, and grateful to all of you who've sent in your stories and shared in that way. It's a community effort, something that we just do out of love, and I think it's going to help some people.
I think so too. Carol, if they have stories about mung bean soup with their animals, can they send those in as well?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, we have. Yeah, as long as you don't put onions or garlic in the soup. That's a big no-no. Don't feed your pets onions or garlic.
Yes, exactly. But I know that my dog cannot stand it when he smells the mung bean soup. He wants it so badly. So I have to give it to him before I can even eat mine. It's so fun.
That is very, very fun. Yeah.
Dr. Stephen, I know that we only have just a few minutes before you need to go. Do you have a minute to share with us what you were going to share? Thank you, Carol.
I do. Thank you so much. So I am in India. It's 8:45 p.m. here, just for a reference. And I came to India with Mojdeh to meet Dr. Smita and Dr. Giovanni and Sandhya in Rishikesh, where Dr. 𝗬𝗘𝗧𝗏 was presenting at the International Yoga Festival. And before I came to India, actually, when I was in Salt Lake City, right after I came back, this pain started in my back. Here I am in India writing a book. I'm writing during these 10 days that I'm here on pain-free living. And I have this huge pain in my leg starting after Salt Lake City. And I came to India with it, and I just couldn't walk at the yoga festival. And when I got to India, I had some treatment here at Ayushakti. It helped 50%, but it started coming back. So I left the International Yoga Festival early. I canceled my trekking trip in the Himalayas, and I am here at Ayushakti getting treatment. And on day 4, I am pain-free again. So just getting wonderful treatment here: oil, steam, massage, food, herbs. And in 4 days, last time I had this was 25 years ago, it took 9 months to go away. So,
oh my gosh, that is something to celebrate. Oh my gosh, that is amazing. Oh my gosh. Well, he sent me an email before, well, when he was, or not an email, but a text. He's at the airport and he says, I'm in a wheelchair. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh. And I said, well, at least you're going to be going to the very best place that you can be going when you're in that kind of pain. So congratulations, Dr. Stephen.
and it was important to prioritize my health so I can be in the world helping other people. And I'm well taken care of here. If anyone ever has the time, energy, and money to do either a partial panchakarma or a full panchakarma, this is the place to go. It is top of the class, and the texts are excellent. I've been working with Dr. 𝗬𝗙𝗄𝗏, and it was great. I love it here. I've been coming here since 2005 or 6, and it's always a place that I leave in better shape. So
That's
thank you all.
nice. That's awesome. Belle, you have something. Did you want to say something to Dr. Stephen?
I'm going to say, Dr. Stephen, you so deserve this. You know, you are in this community, such a nurturer and giver. And I know you have your modalities for taking care of that yourself, but the universe said, wait a minute, you're here and you're not going to trek to the Himalayas, boy. Hank's not here to do that with you. You're going to go over to Ayushakti and be nurtured and taken care of. And so I'm so glad you listened and that you're experiencing the miracles on that end.
I think the funniest thing is I'm literally taking this 10 days to finish my book on pain-free living. And I feel like this is like being in pain and not being able to walk, but I am pain-free again.
It's so perfect because it's kind of like getting into boot camp and then getting out and, you know, and just having the experience, which we know it's the experience that actually is going to make the difference in your book, in your writing. So there you are. Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Stephen. You are quite the miracle man.
Thank you for all the people who signed up for the introduction to the Landmark Forum. About 120 people signed up. About 60 people showed up. So in sometime towards the end of April, we're going to be giving another one. And if people are interested, they can email me and we're going to email out to that same group. So thanks for a wonderful event. It was the biggest online event for Landmark. So thank you. It shows the power of our group.
Yeah.
Namaste.
Thank you, Dr. Stephen. Thank you, Belle, for sending so much love. So amazing. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and send everyone that we've talked about today so much love. Gosh.
Special love for Rabbi Steve today.
Thank you. Carol, do you want to say something about that?
Just send Rabbi Eva and Rabbi Steve special burst of love, and let our hearts be joined.
Is he in the hospital again, or is he just not well?
Last I heard, he was in the hospital.
Okay. For those of you who don't know who Rabbi Stephen is, he is in the book. he talks about men's health, and it's an incredible story. If you have not read it, I recommend it. I'm not finding it right off the bat, but anyway, it's in the book, and he has been such a huge contributor to this community. We just absolutely love him, at least I do. And I love Rabbi Robbins, his wife. She's an amazing lady, such an example of Shakti, such a very strong example. So thank you for that, Carol. We have Jonathan with us today. Jonathan has been in our community for a long time. He was in charge of tech for a long time, and he's still a very strong part of our community. We love him. Jonathan, are you available to speak?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect.
There
Well,
you
welcome. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Jana. Hi, everyone. I know it's been a while since I've been on camera, but trust me, I'm staying busy behind the scenes, just helping out where I can. So it's I'm also excited if anyone else here is on the call, going to see the orphans in Kathmandu soon next month. So yeah, it's very exciting. And I know Clint's not here. I was also given the honorary title of Chief Technology Officer for the orphanage. So that's a very big privilege for me, and I take it very seriously. So we're looking at doing some wonderful things with just helping the orphanage do, or the foundation do things in a very effective way. And also to get more out there for all of us to be able to interact more with the orphanages and our children that we help support. But why I'm here today is it's just one of those things that, you never know how long it's going to take for these kind of ancient secrets to finally find their way into, the hearts and lives of those you love. For instance, years ago after Clint's book came out, I bought a copy for my mom and my sister. Well, I don't think they ever read it. And that's okay. They knew about Clint, and they knew, that, how much I loved Clint and the community and all this work. And last July, my mom got COVID, but we think she got COVID because she got pneumonia. We're not sure which came first, that chicken or the egg, but either way, she got both. It was a pretty rough time. She was in the hospital on a breathing machine for a little bit, not intubated, but oxygen. She's here today. And so, Mom, if you're here, if you want to start pressing #6, I'll let you tell your full story to get unmuted. She's on phone. But she was
here.
Hey, this is my mom, Lucilia. Everyone say hi. So I'm going to introduce you real quick, Mom, then
Hello, Mom. Hello,
I'll let you
Mom.
go.
Hello.
But this is just a wonderful example of how just these ancient secrets at random times can just help. So I got the herbs from my mom, and I'll let her take it from there about tell your story, Mom, how they helped, and just, feel free to say how awesome of a son I am, just putting that out there.
Well, you are my number one son, my favorite son. And to set the record straight, I did read the book from cover to cover. Anyway.
I didn't know that. Good to know. I thought you didn't.
Oh, Krista probably didn't, but I did. Anyway, I was in the process of moving closer to my daughter and granddaughters. And after being here like 5-6 days in this new apartment, I actually couldn't breathe. And so I panicked a little. I drove myself to the emergency room on October 22nd, about 1 a.m. last year. And they told me that I had COPD. Well, I've researched and discovered that that's probably a post-COVID syndrome. And because I'm a veteran, the VA supplied me with an oxygen machine in my apartment, and I've had to use it off and on. Now, I haven't used it in probably a month because that's when I started drinking the tea. I had severe fatigue after COVID and pneumonia, and I probably still have some fatigue. Well, I know I do, but it's just not as severe as it was. And my cough seems to have pretty much gone away, which is one of the things that persisted after COVID. So I'm very thankful that my son loves me enough to send me all these wonderful things. And now I own this beautiful French press that I've never had before. Anyway, thank you, Jonathan. I love you so much.
I love you too, Mom. So there, and as part of this, I asked my mom, just we're going to continue on this. I kind of said jokingly to Clint that, these home remedies can be a gateway to greater healing. Because so far we're just really using stuff that's in the kitchen. It's just that herbal immune boosting tea from the book. And Mom, have you been doing the Marma Point for boosting your immunity as well, your immune system?
No, I keep forgetting, and I've been so busy going south to Antlers and packing, and I just really don't have a lot of time to take care of myself yet.
Well,
Sorry.
we'll get there. And now let's say there's nothing to be sorry about. You're feeling better, and that is the amazing part of it. So I'm just so glad you're feeling better. And thank you for...
I can't help it anymore. I am bubbling up with excitement. Do you guys realize what that is all about? She couldn't breathe. And just by doing the remedy in the book on page 293, she's able to not use her oxygen anymore. I mean, to me, this hits really personal, close to home. My mom had COVID. My daughter had COVID pneumonia last December. It was last October, and it's a real thing. They were on oxygen for a long time. So Mom, I don't know what Jonathan's mom's name is, but Mom, thank you so much for sharing this.
My name is Licilia. I took the C-I-L-I out, the silly, and squished it together, and I go by Lee, L-E-A.
Well, Lee, I love that. I love that I love your son. He's an amazing person, and I love his humor.
Yes.
So the silly must have been transferred to him. So thank you.
Well, I sure hope so.
Just a little bit.
So
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I love you. I'm with you, and let's just do good things.
Amazing story. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for both of you coming on the call today. Awesome.
You're welcome.
Jana, could you show us the Marma for that Jonathan
Yes.
referred to? That would be
So on your right hand, your middle finger, you press the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's this is the immunity Marma. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's really easy to do. And I don't know about you, but when I'll do this, I'll be doing the Marmas when I'm on the Zoom call. I do the forgive and forget Marma. I do, a lot of times I'll reach up and grab my ears. So I just do the Marmas when I'm at work, or, when I'm at work, I'll do this one. Anyway, it's just, they're easy and simple to do. And we always have our hands. We can always do the Marmas. So it's wonderful. Thank you, Belle. Gary, would love for you to share. Oh, you're muted.
Hey, everybody. What a privilege to be here today. Hey, I don't know if you guys know, but I've been invited by the team to play the role of the curator, music director for the Sedona event. So I'm really excited. I'm going to be there, and I want you all to know that we're going to be integrating all kinds of techniques to drop into our heart together, which is such an important component of this work. And from the very beginning, from the very first miracle call, we've started this process. So I'm going to share a track. I was going to share the video of this, but I so love what happens when we do random spotlighting. So this track, I don't know if any of you know, so you know, I specialize in setting spoken word to music. And so this track is featuring Lisa Nichols. She's a really powerful motivational speaker. And I'm picking this track today because it's called Embrace Your Inner Champion. And I'm kind of feeling champion-like a little bit. I'm like, it's amazing when the veils lift, you know, and you think that you can't do it. And then all of a sudden, man, I'm on the Gary team. Yes. You know, it's like, look what I did, you know. And I noticed that my posture's a little different. And how many of you are feeling that way as you're in the middle of this thing? It's so remarkable when the veil lifts and I can see more clearly again. So as we listen to this track, I just really want to invite you to celebrate your inner champion. Look what you've done. Look what you're doing. Look how we're here together celebrating that extraordinary difference between being here, kind of, to being here, technicolor, all out. Here we are, all the way, right? So I don't know why I'm seeing, anyway, that's okay, it doesn't matter. If you have the capability of doing random spotlighting, Jana, I would love that. And what I want to encourage everybody to do is be in the both and experience. Don't let your desire to want to convey your love to the community deprive us of the ability to see you standing in your greatness, right? So really that both and experience of here I am, I'm celebrating being alive, I'm looking out at you all, but I'm not leaving myself, right? So as we're here listening to this track, let's celebrate our inner champion, okay? Here it is. By the way, when I press mute, sometimes it mutes the music and sometimes it doesn't. So I kind of want to press mute, but then when I do, it cuts out the music. So I guess I'll leave the mute off. And anyway, I'm not sure what that is about, but I'll have to test that in another time. Okay.
Wonderful. I would like to invite everybody to turn their cameras on. We would love to see your faces. And Cornelia, are you able to do the spotlighting? Great, thank you. Okay.
And yeah, and I'll have one more thing to say. I'll say afterwards, but here we go. Lisa Nichols. This is one of the audio tracks that goes to my Islands of Inner Peace on Gaia TV, and I'll give you a link to all that later. All right, ready, you guys? Okay, let's just take a moment. Feet on the ground. Let's ground ourselves. Let's both be in our body and our hearts and our minds as we celebrate setting our inner champion free. Hold on. There we go. All right.
I invite you to get fully connected to your body, to your soul, and to your mind. You know, we move around so busy that we spend more time outside of ourselves than inside. So let's go in together. Visualize a serene setting, whether it be water, grass, flowers, butterflies, something bigger, more amazing than us. And I want to ask you to engage your mind, surrendering to your greatness and accepting your value. I want you to refrain from allowing your mind to ask the why, the how, the when, the where. You don't need any of those answers right now. You just need to know that it's the perfect time to set your champion free. Take a deep breath with me, allowing all other thoughts to melt away. I am designed for greatness. My light is meant to shine, and my job is to let it shine. I am worthy of healthy, whole, and complete love. No one can design my destiny but me. I will get to my goals with a no matter what mindset. I move forward with the understanding that quitters never win and winners never quit. And I have been designed as a winner. You have everything you need within you to experience the life that you want to experience. Bliss, joy, peace of mind, and crazy amazing love are all yours. It's all available to you. This world would not be the same if you weren't here. And your life belongs to you, but it also belongs to us. When you win, we win. And when you have a breakthrough, we celebrate that breakthrough with you as you continue to set your champion free. I say thank you. You prayed the prayer. You did the work. You said yes. Set your champion free.
I thought that would be the perfect way to honor not only the fact that we've accomplished, those of us who have done the detoxes to set our champion free, but also I had this realization yesterday morning. Many of you don't know this, but I had decided I've been asked I have to leave the apartment that I've been living in for 9 years. And my life, if you looked at my room right now, is complete, utter chaos, boxes, going through all my possessions. And I decided I am I am up to this challenge, right? Well, yesterday morning I was feeling so overwhelmed, and I was doing my dance practice in my dance community, and suddenly I had this realization. What if I am already in the arms of the mother, surrounded by the divine feminine? And it's just me waking up to that now. And even amidst all this chaos, that I'm being held as I go through this eye of the needle into this new expression of looking for a new home, and really holding space for me to find a home that I can live in that has my grand piano. And I'm going to be going to a friend's house for a few months, trusting that I will find it, you know. And something in me just went, what if I'm actually already surrounded by the divine feminine, and I just waking up to that. So I'm just going to hold that awareness, and just say that just imagining that has strengthened my capacity, my trust, my faith. And for those of you who are going through the challenges, I mean, man, Godspeed, and let's all celebrate the divine, blessed, feminine energy that holds us together in this wonderful experience. I'm going to put in the chat these events that are coming up that I'm really excited about. This really powerful spiritual teacher named Shakti Durga from Australia, who has a big following all over Australia. She and I are doing some events coming up in April, and can't wait for you guys to find out about it. So I'll put it in the chat. But Jaina, thank you for letting me share this music, and I hope that you all can, if I can just ask you all to put your hands on your shoulders and just celebrate you right now. Celebrate who you are. Give yourself a beautiful big hug for being who you are, and for showing up to this community and giving yourself this much self-love and your ability to love others. We're grateful to you for showing up to yourself at this level that we all are in this wonderful community. All right, Jaina.
Thank you, Gary. While you're here, can you give us an update on Pearl?
Yeah. Oh my God. She's declining again. She really is so not wanting to be here. She's been really suffering. I keep on threatening to start another GoFundMe account because we're looking for funds to be able to take care of her. She's just really, really not wanting to stick around. And it's just painful to have people be in a place that she's in and really ready to go. And she's, you know, it's not appropriate to, well, anyway, who knows how to do that, to end it herself. So it's just been very rough, very rough. So thank you all for holding space for my mother, who is 99 and a few months and struggling. Yeah.
Our hearts go out to you and to Pearl. Can we send a Ancient Secrets community blast of love to both you and to your mom, Pearl? And the name of her book is?
A Jewish Mother's Guide to Professional Worry.
So love that. Great. And yes, make sure
I think the subtitle is something like "Worry Yourself to Health," but don't. It's very humorous because it's the whole thing about living your life as a professional worrier keeps you immune from the real problems because you're always worried. So you don't have to worry about the big problems coming in because you're worried all the time. Kind of a strange premise. My brother wrote the book but with her picture on the front. Anyway, yes.
Jaina, one more thing. In addition to my sister Cornelia's birthday today, we have another birthday in the house. Brenda from Texas has a birthday today. Happy birthday to you, Brenda. Where are you?
Brenda, can you unmute and say hello? This beautiful lady hosted us. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Oh, we celebrate you. We celebrate you.
Thank you.
This beautiful soul hosted us when we were in Austin for the leadership team, and her beautiful home. And oh my gosh, this woman works tirelessly. And to me, it seems effortless, but I know very well there's a lot of effort behind the scenes, but she does things beautifully. So I'm so glad that you are here, Brenda. Thank you.
Yes, I'm finally back from all my crazy travels. For a while, I'll be in place, so that'll be nice.
This lady is a very beautiful example of Shakti. She's just a beautiful example of Shakti. Very strong leader, very organized, and she's a creator. So thank you, Brenda, for being here. Thank you for being you.
Thank you, all of you.
Gary, I just wanted to say one more thing. I love that piece of Lisa Nichols. The messages that are in that are incredible. And I loved, and I see the messages in the chat that they love it too. The people in the community love it. That it makes you move, it makes you go. This is the one when I need a pick me up, I turn this one on. It is at the top of my playlist. But I love what she said. I know that we are the designers and creators of our own lives. And then I also love, she said in there, your life belongs to you, but it also belongs to us. And also she talked about when you have a win, we have a win. And I just love that for celebration, because when you have a breakthrough with your detox, we have a breakthrough with your detox. When you have a breakthrough through your personal life, we do too. We love you. And I just love those words. So Gary, thank you so much for sharing that powerful message today.
Thank you for allowing me to, and I love you and I'm with you all. I put in the chat the upcoming events that I'm offering, and I'm here. I'm so grateful to Dr. Naram, to Clint, to you all. I mean, you guys are creating a miracle community of such unconditional love. So proud to be a part of this community, and I love you all. Thank you.
Thank you for being a part of it, Gary. And we know that you have the choice of being many places, and we're so grateful that you're with us. Speaking of celebration, we have a celebration in Sedona coming up in June. And Joseph, I would love for you to share about the event. Thank you so much, Joseph, for being here.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and thank you. But first, let me say to Cornelia, happy birthday, and to Clint, who just had one, and everyone else. But let's remember those mothers and fathers that brought them in, and say thank you and gratitude for them, and that you all have chosen to do something with the thread of life that they have passed on to you, and we are all grateful and benefit from that. So thank you very much. Sedona, Arizona, amazing, amazing place. Anybody who has been there knows the feeling of it, its majesty, its beauty, the natural phenomena that it is, the energetic vortexes that it's known for, is a fabulous, fabulous place to gather. So I have been honored and privileged to be a part of a committee of people who spearheaded by Andrea to organize and plan this event. And you know, we have all lived in Zoom land for quite a while, and you know, it's wonderful. You know, thank you for having Zoom. It's a way to get connected. It's a way to meet people from all walks of life, from all areas of the world, and share commonalities and enjoy each other. But you're only like this big on my screen. And going to Sedona is an opportunity to be in real life and hug each other and say hello and share and get connected. And it's not designed in concept to be anything like you've ever been to. You know, we've all gone to workshops, we've all gone to conferences, we've all sat and listened and been talked to and been educated. And this is designed to be an experiential event. As Dr. Naram has said, there is knowing, there is doing, and then there is being. So this event is about being. It's about being with ourselves, about being with each other. You've already heard from Gary, who will wonderfully guide us musically into being with ourselves and being in our hearts and being in that space. And, Dr. Clint has imagined up and dreamed up and visioned an event that will be unlike anything that any of us have ever been to. So we invite you all to join us. There will be some living spaces. We've arranged to rent some houses where people can live more communally if they would like to take that option of their stay in their housing. There are also some hotels that have been nice enough to arrange groups, group rating. So there'll be somewhat of a collective there, and one of them actually even offers a breakfast as a part of their event. And the rest of us, kind of would be on our own to find their own place to stay. And, it's 3 days of get together and community and, dance and fun and laughter and heart space. And I think it will be very unique and wonderfully worthwhile for all of us and any of us who choose to come and be a part of it. So thank you very much for the space to put this out for everyone. And I hope that we can see as many of you as possible in the flesh, which is going to be quite a treat. So thank you.
Thank you, Joseph. I put in the chat the link. I'll go ahead and put it again to sign up for the event. How many of you have met somebody from Ancient Secrets in person? Katie, what is the difference about being in Zoom and being in person? Oh, Katie, you're muted. There you go.
It's like looking at a picture of a flower and then actually holding the flower, and seeing it and smelling it and touching it. And it's just incredible to have these. I feel such connection with everyone in Zoom, but then when you meet somebody in person, there's just this excitement and you already know each other in a way, but I don't know, Luke, Belle, Jimbo, all the people that we've met. Casey, I know, is on the call. It's just it's like hearing about the mung bean soup and tasting the mung bean soup.
I absolutely agree. I cannot tell you how many times I coached for many years, with people across the country, and I had an idea of what they were like. And when I met them in person, a lot of times they were completely different. There was just that three-dimensional element that you just can't get on Zoom. It's just very powerful to be able to meet and to be able to partake of the energy. When I met Jonathan, when I met Cornelia, it was amazing. And Cornelia gives the best hugs. You just melt into her arms. She gives the best hugs. So if anything, you need to come to the event to experience Cornelia's hug, because it's amazing. So
I think there's a booth, right, for that?
I hope so.
So I just want to say thank you to Raquel, who just messaged me here that she would like to volunteer at the event. So that's wonderful. And I'm sure there will be a lot for everybody to do, and help is always welcome. So thank you very much.
I love it. I want to say to Bridget, thank you so much for doing putting the things in the chat of what we're talking about. Andrea is not here today. And I don't know if you guys have missed her, but I sure have. When we were doing the spotlighting, you usually see, I love you, Belle. I love you, Stephanie. I love you, Michelle. I love you, Anne. And it wasn't here today. And I truly did miss that. So, and I also miss that she's right there putting the links in. So let's send her some love. She's in charge of this event. She and Joseph and Susan. And who else is in your community, Susan? Oh, you're muted.
Aparna and Lenora and who else, Joe? Janet.
Tara.
And Tara. Yeah, there you go, Lenore. Thank you. And people come, they pop in and they pop out. So it's a group, it's a community effort. Oh, and Mindy, our beloved Mindy.
Yeah. We've received guidance from above.
Yes, called Mindy
and Jenny.
And Jenny, Mindy and Jenny.
Yeah.
Mindy and Jenny are professional organizers of events for spiritual communities. And it was a miracle that Clint sat next to her on a bus and started talking about what we were doing. And she said, oh, that's what I do. And so it was like manna from heaven to have Mindy and Jenny show up. I can't even tell you. So we're pretty happy, very happy.
I'm so excited. This group of people have tirelessly met every single week for like months. So this is their heart and soul that they're pouring into this event, because they know that Andrea has seen this vision of us coming together. She's been working on this since the last event, which was in June. So it's a long time. And so I so appreciate that. We didn't give a blast of love to her. Let's give her a blast of love, and everyone in the celebration community. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. I'm so excited for this event. It's going to be amazing. So wonderful. Now, Bridget and Luke, you've got your hands up, and Janet, did you have something you wanted to say, or were you raising your hand for something?
Wanted to answer your question about
wonderful. Thank
if we've
you.
met, who we've met in person.
Please.
Oh, is it okay?
Yes, please.
Well, yes, I've met a number of people here in person. It's been wonderful every time. Joseph Ingman and Susan Ingman live really close to each other, so we've gotten together a number of times. And actually, we're getting together for lunch this week, and that's always wonderful. And in Mount Shasta last June, I met, and in Nashville, in Oregon, I met Belle there with Lawrence Katz, and Joseph was there. And then in Mount Shasta, Katie and Linda Smith, and my dear brother and sister, Marishi and Tara, and of course, Dr. Clint. So that was really, really wonderful. And oh, and then Katie, recently, I visited her in Sacramento when I was seeing my son in Stockton. And I went there for a couple of hours and having mung bean soup with her and her husband, John, which he made. And that was just wonderful to actually sit and chat for a while and see each other in person. So yes, I am bursting with excitement about the Sedona event, to be able to see so many people and hug people and have a 3-day, just wonderful festive, like Joseph said, just being with each other. I just encourage everybody who can possibly make it to make it. It's going to be an epic event. So thank you.
I love it. So great. Janet.
I love it. Can I share something real quick,
Yes,
Jana?
please, Dr. Clint. Hello. Happy birthday. Hello.
Yeah. I'm looking out my window right now, and there's like snow that has even covered trucks where you can't see them beneath all the snow. And it's amazing to be able to now have internet and join you and just feel how lovely it is. Thank you, everyone who's shared on today's call. Thank you, all the women in our lives. Thank you, and I wanted to start just by thanking Jana for leading this call so powerfully. Cornelia, this has been like a marathon weekend on top of last week taking 3 days so she could finish the German translation of the book, on top of everything else. And then it's her birthday.
Birthday!
It's amazing. So beautiful. And same thing with Carol Ray. And then the Golden Angel Council meeting this week for really the first official time. We did meet on Valentine's Day, the day of love, which felt so good. And then meeting officially on International Women's Day, and just feeling the strength of women in our lives, and, you know, feeling the gratitude for the gifts that you bring us, and starting with Mother Earth. And then also gratitude for my mother. I'm sure you've already shared some of the detox stories, but how perfect that as the detox melts away toxins in our body, we become more connected to our intuition, more connected to our true selves, seeing clearly. Like Janet, I know, has a story to share about that, and more connected with love. And I don't think it's an accident that coincides with a day in which we're honoring the divine feminine all around us and in us. So we have a gift. Actually, I don't know, did you already, Jana, you already share about the gift? Yeah, so before Dr. Ram left his body, I had recorded with him in Nepal a series of videos that we intended to use as a course for women, you know, just because Dr. Ram, he always recognized, you know, to honor women. He says, and I don't have to share the whole story, but basically talked about how women have the Shakti power, and how men receive that Shakti is by honoring women. And so he created and so at least one of those videos I want to give as a gift, just with love, now that I'm finally going back through the archives. So if you can send, if you're interested in receiving this gift with love, just send an email to team@myancientsecrets.com and put in the title free gift. And then if it's sent today, we'll know what it is, and we'll make sure that we get that to you. And then the other thing is that in going through my archive in my storage unit, I realized that I had so many of these. They're like sample bottles of a formula that Dr. Naram created for women. It's actually for skin, but it's so awesome. And I have just enough left that this is for anyone who registers for Sedona today or this week. I'll make sure I bring one of those bottles for you as a gift to Sedona, give it to you as a gift from my heart. I guess it's priceless, because this will they'll never be created again by the hand of Dr. Naram to you. So thank you for being in our lives. Thank you for being you. Again, if you want that gift of the video, please send an email to team@myancientsecrets.com. It's just with love. Just wanted to do something to say thank you. It's one small thing, but just really there's no gift that's required, just because you being you is rewarded itself. Thank you for being in our lives. And then for those that register for Sedona today or this week, or who have already registered, I'll make sure that I bring one of those bottles for you as well. So thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for saying yes to your life. Did John, you already share about your mom? I just wanted to make sure that.
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Good. My mom was on here too, so she got to share.
Oh, that is the coolest. That makes me so happy. I can't wait to watch that part of the recording. And Gary, thank you for being on here as well. Everybody, thank you for the whole team, the Unstoppable Celebration team. All right, again, I'm not sure how long I'll have internet, but I just wanted to hop on just to say, wow, the beauty of seeing your faces. As I've been scrolling through, as you've been talking, just Brenda and Catherine and Raquel, wow, Michelle, Barbara, Dr. Ann. I talk about meeting people in person. Dr. Ann, I got to give a hug yesterday, or maybe 2 days ago now. It was so beautiful. Liliana and Carol and Yolaine and Stephanie, wow, powerful women in our lives. Beverly is coming with us to Nepal. So cool. Thanks to you. Deborah Ann, wow, Padmalaya, Katie, and Dr. Susan Engman, so good to see you. Raquel, so good to see you. Giovanni, thank you for sharing today. So beautiful, brother. Jean and Teresa and Antje and Heather Ford. Yes, thank you. I even saw your four-legged friend walking past. So beautiful. This last week we had our finale session for the 1-year immersion, which was about ancient secrets for pets and animals, which Carol Ray revealed the ancient secrets for animals and pets book that people are receiving who are part of that for the first time, and we'll have it available publicly soon. But so beautiful. Esther Francis, yes, thank you for being so full of Shakti. And Joan and Heidi and Charlotte. Oh man, you just show up so beautifully, so beautifully. Grazi, so good to see you. Wow, and Ronnie. And there's my sister, Rebecca. Yay. Showing up with so much love, with so much power. I think I saw some of your kids on the call a little earlier, made me so happy. And Marcia, oh my goodness, talk about Shakti power. Wow, so cool. Linda, amazing, showing up with love all the time. Phil and Patty and Barbara, and Leonore and Karen and Susan. Helena, oh my goodness, you sent me the most beautiful email. I can't wait to respond. You've done so much amazing work, and looking forward to having more. And Charita and Raven and Marianne and Morgine and Ina. Wow. 𝗬𝗢𝗙𝗧𝗦 and Judy Lamar and Ashley and Marianne, Maureen, Ariana, Belle, Kimberly, and Chris. Everyone, I tried to speak every woman who's on video right now, and to all the men, thank you for honoring women in your life. I would read all your names too, but I just know that you do it. And you do it so beautifully. And wow, our lives are so much better because of you women. So much better. Thank you. Thanks for having the courage to show up every day in a world that sometimes doesn't honor you and doesn't respect your power and your beauty and your unpredictable amazingness. Thank you for showing up and having the courage to have your heart open and to raise kids that don't always appreciate you or love you back in the way that you love them, grandkids, and all that goes into being a woman. Wow, our lives are so much better because of you. So much better because of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I love you and I'm with you.
Dr. Clint, thank you so much for honoring us. It's very heartwarming and touching. Thank you. I love the part in the book where Dr. Naram talks about honoring women and about how a man who honors women can have the Shakti, or is connected to the Shakti. And it just brings me so much hope. There's some incredible men out there, and then there's some incredible men that don't know they're incredible. If they could just honor the women. But thank you so much for honoring us. And to everyone, this man, Dr. Clint G. Rogers, is one of the most generous men I know. And when you're in his presence and he's standing there in front of you, his heart is so open. It's a beautiful experience. And I just so appreciate him and the honoring. I want to honor him, and I appreciate him honoring us. So thank you, Clint.
Thank you, Jana. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you and I'm with you. Wow, what a powerful call today. Well, Janet, I know she was about to speak with you, and I'm so excited to hear what you have to say as well. So I'm going to mute myself and just continue to love hearing in the background your beautiful voices.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Clint. Thank you for that honoring, wonderful, loving tribute to all of us women in your life. Okay, so I wanted to real quick just show you the book, Dr. Pearl Malkin's book, written by her son, Stephen. This is Gary's mom. And what a wonderful tribute. The name of the title is A Jewish Mother's Guide to Professional Worry, and then Worry Yourself to Good Health. And what a wonderful way to raise funds for her. maybe idea, it's available on Amazon. Just wanted to mention that. And because you mentioned that about the detox with me, Dr. Clint, just wanted to say real quickly how wonderful and veil lifting of a situation that I had the other night, speaking with Jimbo, who is a very close, good friend of mine. And we were talking and, sharing and meditating. And all of a sudden it was just like, bam, 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 all this clarity just came rushing in. And I completely attribute it to the detox. I think that just cleaning up my diet, eating, just being really strict with the detox, it really just opened up those channels and helped me clear out some of the stuff that I've been dealing with. Number one, I was grieving my ex-husband, the father of my children. And that, and my sister has Alzheimer's and is not doing well at all. So those two things, it seemed like it just helped me propel me forward, because I could see that everything, it was just an amazing, beautiful experience. I really can't even explain it. I was like dumbfounded. I said to Jimbo, I can't even speak words right now, because it was just so all encompassing. I just saw everything. It was so beautiful. So that's it. That's all I wanted to share.
So awesome. Jana, I know you shared yesterday, but did you share with everyone your miracle yet today? Have you shared it?
No, I wasn't planning on it, but I will definitely share.
Oh, yeah. Yes, that's really important. And prepare yourself, everyone. This is so beautiful.
When I started to look for ancient secrets, when I started to look for help on the internet, and I found ancient secrets, I was dealing with gallbladder pain. I had just had some blood work done where my liver was sluggish, my hormones were out of balance, my thyroid was not well, and just I was dealing with acid reflux and high blood pressure, and just just all of the things that go together with Hashimoto's and all of that. And for the last 3 years, I've been working really hard being on the detox. It's amazing. I'll go to these lunches and people will look at me and they say, "Oh my gosh, Jana, you're being so good." And I'm like, well, yeah, because I just want I want to help. I know I'm living until I'm 103. So I've got to take care of my body, because I don't want to be in a wheelchair or in a bed. I want to be vibrant and full of life. So I've been working very hard, and I just got some blood work done and my numbers are in balance. I'm so thrilled. Dr. Priyanka delivered the news to me. Because my doctor told me that I was out of balance, but yeah, so I'm so excited that she said, "Jana, your numbers look so good." Because I have to look at your reports twice to make sure that it said your name at the top of it. And I went, "Thank you." She's been working really hard with me. So it's been exciting. I know my journey's not over yet. The plan is to stay in balance so that my body will release the weight, and I will be in all fitness, full of vibrant health and strong body. So I'm thrilled. Thank you, Dr. Clint, for reminding me. I see Nehemiah and Maureen. I want to
real quick. I just want to say that we love you, Jana, and your victory is a victory for all of us. So we're celebrating so much that awesome result. I just want to put because I'm holding the phone with my hand, so it's like I'm just gonna do a one-handed like this, where it's supposed to be like this. Or let's send Jana so much love. Oh, we love you and we're with you. Such a good example of how the deeper healing works. It's not a quick fix, but you made the choices again and again and again. And so the results came. Body is more in balance, and it shows up even in the blood tests. And you've been loving yourself with everything you're putting here and everything you're doing here, everything you're feeding here. Thank you for loving yourself, because we love you. And the longer that you're on this planet, the better, according to me, the planet is, and the healthier and more you enjoy your time here, the better it is for you, for your family, for us, all of us who love you. So fun to celebrate that with you. So amazing. I can't believe you are almost not going to share that, because that is like such a good reason to celebrate today in itself. Thank you so much. We love you and we're with you, Jada.
I love all of you guys so much. You've just been amazing to me. Thank you. You guys emulate so much wisdom, and I desire to be like you so much. Each one of you have your uniqueness, and I just adore you. So thank you. I can't wait for Sedona.
Yeah. Cornelia, I know you have your hand raised. You probably want to pour some love in and share something.
Yes, first of all, of course, I want to congratulate everyone who really got some great results with the detox this week. But I also want to honor everyone who probably didn't get so much results that you can notice in a big thing. I mean, I've been reading through most of the chats. I've been on all the calls that we had every single day, and I'm listening to your stories and your questions. And not everyone has these great results that are noticeable. But I can definitely say something has shifted in your body, and sometimes it's not as obvious as a big result. And I still really, really want to congratulate you that you actually stuck to the diet, that you went through the 7 days, and that you really honored your body enough and yourself enough and loved yourself enough to go on this journey. And something like Gary said this morning made me so happy, that he said, okay, I've done my 7 days, but I feel so good, I continue. And that really makes my heart sing. So I just wanted to say that not everyone might have experienced these big results and the big breakthroughs, but still there is detox happening in your body, and it will continue. And everyone should have gotten out also the message and the notes in the 7-day detox, how to continue, that you're not going right back to where you were before. Thank you. That's all I wanted to share.
Thank you, Cornelia. And I absolutely understand that remark, because there's been many detoxes that I've been on where everybody else has experienced these incredible results, and I have not. And I said to somebody, I'm like, I wonder if Ancient Secrets is going to be working for me. And it does, but sometimes it's a slower process. And it took my body a long time to get out of balance, and it may take a little bit of time or a lot of time to get my body back into balance. And so thank you for that reminder, Cornelia. So appreciate that. And celebrating all of you who've done detoxes. And I love seeing how you support each other in the chat. Jane has been there, and Deborah Ann has been there, and Kaylee has been there. When Cornelia's not there, or Dr. Clint or whoever, there's been so many of you that have stepped in and been able to support each other, and the love just keeps growing and growing and growing. It's beautiful. So thank you. Giovanni, I know.
I just wanted to see, is Alex still on the call from Sedona? I'm not sure if he's still on the call. If you can unmute yourself if he is. But because Giovanni shared today, and because last week was the first time that the call was translated into Spanish, he gave me such exciting news. I don't know, Alex, if you're still on the call. I saw you earlier. If you're not, maybe we'll wait till next week. But a real exciting announcement about what he put together with one of the TV stations that's broadcast throughout all of Mexico, which will now be featuring Ancient Secrets. And then Giovanni had the brilliant idea, why don't we offer the first chapter as a gift to people? And so he just barely sent me what's needed for that. And so just to see it expand in so many languages and so much healing possibility is really exciting. So thank you, everyone, for letting love guide you in unexpected, beautiful ways. I just got that message yesterday from Alex, and it's amazing.
It's amazing, truly amazing. Oh my gosh. Giovanni, we haven't heard from you yet. I want you to share. Are you able or available to share? I
Yes,
see your
of
hand,
course.
Morgine and Nehemiah, and I know that we're running short on time, and Giovanni has been so wonderful to wait. He was ready for us to do it next week and we ran out of time. So
You
this
know,
this
in the
man has
essence,
been a
yeah.
very important part of our community. He's done so much for Ancient Secrets, and now he's in the Path Practitioner program,
Right.
and he knows his stuff. So
Yeah. I want to share, I want to start with the detox, the 28 detox story, because we're so many into it. I want to share two stories that I was authorized to share. The story of two friends of mine who went into a 28 detox. So the first lady, from the beginning, she was so disciplined. You know, any doubt that she had, she asked, or she sent me an email or a WhatsApp. I could see that she was so determined to do the right thing, right? So I provided her all the information that she needed to be very successful. Throughout her process, I told her, you know, you shouldn't be so hard on yourself, because halfway she forgot one time to her pills, you know, at lunchtime, and she was beating herself. Oh, you know, will this make a difference? You know, or what will be the effects of this omission? And I said, no worries, you know. And at this point, I'm going to start sharing the second story, because at the end, both have a meaning. So the second story was the first person that started outside of my family and friends, started a detox here in Mexico. And she had strong bronchitis and, you know, high cholesterol and triglycerides, and she was in a bad shape. But she was so enthusiastic. She was so happy because she used to go to a clinic in mainland Mexico, a very famous clinic for detox. And she said, wow, I'm going to be able to do a 30-day, a 28 detox at my home, you know, and with an Indian recipe and you know, and supplements. And so she was so happy, like childlike happiness, you know. So we kept in communication, and I shared information, a little bit of some doubts were cleared. So 4 days before she finished the 28 detox, I did a house call because I wanted to give her some additional supplements. And then so we had this conversation, and at that point she was so enthusiastic that she already had her blood taken. So her bronchitis went away, triglycerides went down, cholesterol went down, blood level went down. She was, you know, her cheeks were pink. You know, she lost 12 pounds. She was full of energy, double the joy than when she started. But now the funny part here was, after she shared all that, she started asking me some questions. And those questions, when she started to ask me, I realized that some of the ingredients in the food she was not using, or sporadically. And some of the supplements, one of them actually, she only used like 50%, you know, and she was not very constant on some of these supplements. But she achieved the results. I would say she did the detox between 70–80%. At the end, we construct it and we say, oh, you did the, you know, 80% the detox. And so the other story at the beginning, she also achieved the results that she wanted. You know, she lowered her cholesterol, improved her blood levels. I would say that this second lady that did not follow exactly the detox 100%, even achieve a little bit more. What was the difference? You know, the difference was that also she had a positive attitude, and she kept like a playful attitude throughout the process. So I found out, you know, with these two polarities, you know, that when you're doing the detox, yes, it's so important, the food, it's so important, the supplements, but also it's so important that you have the attitude, that you have the behavior, that you're really, really loving yourself and not beating yourself up when you commit a mistake or do an omission, and the results will get you there. So it was so enlightening because we could see there precisely what also science has been proving lately. You know, neuroplasticity, the power of your positive thoughts will create new neurons, and that will give you more intelligence. So I want to motivate everyone here, you know, with the detox, that yes, you know, it will give you results, but at the end of the story, there are only two ways for any path. You either, that path, you're enjoying it or you're suffering it. You know, we're all on paths, you know, study path, life path, and it's so important that you find a way to really enjoy the process. Even when you're not achieving the results at the right time that you want to achieve it, just keep on going, and you'll find out eventually that all the combination, your attitude and all the herbs and all the love that has been put in through hundreds of years on these recipes will give you the perfect result. At the end of the day, I've found out that we repeat it every time that we meet. You know, it's about love, self-love. So do the detox with the self-love attitude. You know, I found out that there are 3 motivations, you know, to improve our health, and I do it as a curve. You know, right here on top is self-love, and when we have self-love, then we're thinking about prevention. You know, Jaina just mentioned that, you know, she wants to be healthy as she ages, you know, and I resonate with that because I want to also live 100 years old, but I want to have quality of life at, you know, at the maximum realistically possible. And I know it has to do with my attitude and my self-love and congruency. So that's the ideal motivation, you know. And the other 2 motivations are more here and more lower vibration. One is fear, you know, and that has to do with survival. So some people really, you know, are in a bad spot, you know, a hole or pain, and say, oh, I want to change, you know. So it's, you know, or sometimes fear of dying, you know. So that's another motivation. I mean, it's good because it's trying to pull you to love, right? So if it's love is not motivating you, it will be fear, you know. Yeah. And the other part, you know, the other motivation is sometimes it's more vanity, you know, like, because I've also encountered people that say, oh, I want to look good, you know, not necessarily inside, but I want to, you know, have, you know, I want to be fit, you know, more like, oh, lifestyle. I want, you know, I'm following this lifestyle. So those are, I think, humbly, I think those are the 3 motivations to improve your health. You know, you want a improved lifestyle, you want to look good, you know, or you are in pain. And the ideal, the maximum level is when you understand, you know, that it's love is the way, you know. The first 2 lower motivations, you know, fear and more ego, are lacking, you know. Something outside of myself is going to give you value. But when you go to the 3rd level, which is love, you say, oh, I'm a divine being. And if I'm a divine being, I deserve the best of health. So
I love that.
I know it's a process, you know, so I wanted to share that story.
I'm so grateful that you did, because It is so true. I loved what you're saying, because in the book it talks about, Dr. Naram says, we deal with fear and ego. That is one of the biggest obstacles that we, are here to overcome, the fear and the ego, and love is the way. And that's exactly what you're saying. The looking good is the ego and the fear of motivation. But when we use the principles that are in this book, it helps us to align that much faster. Do you guys remember the 3 principles? Does anybody remember the principles, the 3 principles that we talk about all the time? And if so, I would like somebody to unmute. Who remembers 3 principles? Nope.
I can I can tell you.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. So 𝗬𝗙𝗣𝗡𝗀𝗡𝗧, which is accept the things that are coming to you as if they were God themselves. So look for the blessings, even in the very difficult situations. Is 𝗵𝗲𝗡𝗏𝗏 one of them?
Well, that's part of the 𝗬𝗙𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗡𝗧.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. And then also just basically being in gratitude. And then what do I want?
Yes, that's so true. Thank you so much, Janet.
You're welcome. Sorry, I couldn't get to, I'm on my phone and
When we put these 3 principles in place, it really helps us to align with our authentic self. You identify what is it that you want. What, treat it as if it's the unexpected guest, that it's the divine that has come. And then the 3rd one is gratitude. I had a situation this week where I was a little bit frustrated. And when I went to what do I want, it was amazing. It wasn't even what I was upset with. I wanted to be seen. I wanted to be heard. And so I was able to give myself that nurturing, and I treated that wonderful experience of me getting upset or as the divine. And then I went into gratitude, and I made sure that I had at least 3 levels of gratitude. And it was so amazing how it shifts. So, when you're coming up against challenges in the detox, and when you're, when things don't seem to be going your way, these 3 principles will so help you move through to the place where you want to be. And Giovanni, I loved what you said about your client who, first of all, you said she didn't do the diet perfectly. And you know what, how many of us have forgotten? I forgot to take my supplements yesterday for the detox, and I went, oh crap, I can't believe that. But it still works. We get our bodies to a place where it's supportive. What we're putting into our bodies is supportive. Dr. Clint, did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh, just loved Giovanni sharing, reminding us of that principle, to be gentle with ourselves, to love ourselves, to not put such an emphasis on doing things perfectly. Yeah, we give 100%, but also we should give 100% and being gentle and loving ourselves. And Jane, I think you're such a good example of that. Thank you for sharing and always bringing us back to those 3 principles. So powerful to focus on what do you want, to treat the unexpected guest as if God himself or herself has come, and then to infuse our lives with gratitude. Like that, you'll become a magnet for miracles. It's like a scientific, almost like a mathematical equation. So thank you for reminding us of that. And I don't know, I want
it's the actually secret of the whole entire universe. Don't tell anybody. Seriously, when you put these to the test, it really shifts. It's beautiful. I challenge you guys to keep those 3 principles in your back pocket every single day. They're amazing. Okay, Dr. Clint, sorry.
Yeah, no, I'd love that. In honoring of women, I want you to be thinking, as we go into breakout rooms soon, I want you to be thinking about, first of all, what did love teach you today, on today's call? And then also, because John was able to share about his mother, Gary about his mother, you think about your mothers. I'm thinking about my mom for sure. On my birthday, I wanted to honor her so much. She's the one really, I think our mothers are really the ones we should celebrate on our birthdays. They did the hard work on that day. And so in honoring, think about what you learned from your mother that's priceless. And if whatever reason you didn't know your mother or didn't have a mother in which you felt that kind of connection, then some of the other wise, wonderful women on this call, maybe things you've learned from Jaina or Cornelia or some of the Golden Angel Council, but just what has love taught you, and what has love taught you through your mother? That's what I want to have as a discussion point in our for those who can stay for the breakout rooms. Yeah.
Perfect. Wonderful. Morgine, you had something you wanted to share.
I put it in the chat, just 3 quick things. I mean, I took the detox, I ate really well, and I did the detox, the 28-day a long time ago, and I'm still eating 1 bowl of soup a day because my body wants it. And I also wanted to share that Lee Carroll knows hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people, and Clint is one of the guests this year at his yearly gathering. And I think that that's absolutely amazing. Out of all the people that he could choose, that Clint is one of the people, and he gets to share with so many thousands of people around the world at his gathering. And I wanted to share that I bless my food every day, every particle of creation that created my food. And I also think it's important when you make a remedy that you bless the remedy, that I bless the remedy. I ask, that I bless all the beings that created the remedy and all the ingredients. I fill it with love, and then I ask the remedy to be blessed with energy to do for the highest and best good for myself or the person that I'm giving it to, because vibration is everything. And I think it makes the remedies more powerful when we take time to thank everything that created that, all the people all the way back to who grew it, God who created it. That's why I say every particle of creation. And then that I fill it full of love, and I ask it to be powerful for whatever it's doing, because I find that everything I love, my car, my computer, everything I bless works better. The food that I grow works better when I give it love. So I never heard people say that. So I just want to add that I think if you bless your remedies, they'll be more powerful.
Thank you, Morgine. That's so awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, I love that. Such a great addition. Thank you. Nehemiah, did you have something you wanted to share before we go into breakout rooms?
Yes, and yes, and yes. The only thing I can't share today is my face. But it's common to all of you and me, because I also can't see myself today. That's my attitude, part of my attitude, 𝗬𝗏𝗲𝗏. So my voice would have to do for that. First, I want to share, I did meet 3 amazing women that from the boxes, like yesterday. I met for the first time Andrea, and I saw that she'll have 1,000 hands, but she had only 2. I was surprised, because on top of everything she does, she also assists me. So every time she assists me, she says, "No, I have to go to meet Dr. Clint now." Okay. But I met her, and I met another 4th woman, Dr. Ashwini. She had a clinic in New York. And what I want to share that I learned yesterday, which was amazing, that what I have to go through, because I don't sleep well because of psoriasis and another condition called 𝗁𝗏𝗏𝗧, which is have to do with the bladder. And until 70, I was very, very healthy. If I keep on not sleeping well, I would lose my memory before I lose my life, and I don't want that to happen. So what happened? I learned something amazing with Dr. Ashwini, besides the fact that she's reading so beautiful, and I hope that she or one of the Ayushakti practitioner can join us when we do in June 24th the big event in New York. So it will be double, multiply if it works. But anyway, she read my pulse amazingly, really a good student of Dr. Naram, with the feminine power. And then she gave me some news that I had to reframe on the spot, that all these conditions that I'm going through are good, and they'll become stronger and stronger. I would have to eat even more, and have to go to the bathroom or to my PJR even more at night. But it's all good, because I'm purifying my blood and I'm purifying my pitta. So what I see now is health and sickness is part of the purification, that we can be, I don't call it enlightened one day, more and more enlightened in every moment. And when we accept that sickness could be part of what 𝗬𝗙𝗑𝗧𝗦 come and give us, and being grateful for it. Like my master, Muktananda, when he was lying down and had a heart condition, every time he had a blow, he would say, "Thank you, God. Thank you, my Guru." So even when we are sick, it's part of the process. And it's okay. And to go through it and know that we have become more and more healthy, but even more important, more and more purified to experience our divinity more and more of the time. And the bliss that we can experience, even when we are sick, we can experience the bliss if we are connected.
I love that. Nehemiah, that is so incredible.
And one more thing to share. One more thing to share, which is the most important for me at the moment. I finished in 7 days my website, our website of Immunity for Humanity, and that wasn't easy. I hardly slept. And there'll be an event, and tomorrow you'll get an email. I hope that Dr. Clint finds it right to share it. An email about an event on the 24th with Dr. Clint. First of all, with Dr. Clint, who is Dr. Naram, representative Dr. Naram, who was crucial for starting 𝗬𝗏 to serve, and with Dr. Brown, who helped us to continue with from amazing breathwork and meditation. So we'll have two giants running it, two giants of sharing, and pure channel. They don't have any pride about it, and it will be an amazing event, and it will be the first year birthday of Immunity for Humanity, which want to empower people so they can heal themselves through ancient secret and other models that they choose to heal themselves and to become more, let me say it this way, more stress-free and more and full of life energy. So I hope you can come. It will be a fundraiser for the baby, like a baby shower for 1 year, or whatever you call it, 1 year birthday for the baby of Immunity for Humanity. And again, our key speaker will be Dr. Clint and Dr. Richard Brown from Columbia University, who is a top expert in many fields, including breathwork and keto and who knows what.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I'm sure that we'll look forward to that. I'm so excited that you got to meet Andrea for Humanity.
Oh, she's amazing.
She is amazing.
I mean, she's amazing. She's amazing when you meet her on the box, but when you meet her in person, wow.
Yeah.
And so
powerful
authentic.
Shakti.
So authentic. And she can help million people at the same time. I'm so surprised that she has only 2 hands. And by the way, speaking about amazing, you are amazing. You are amazing. And one last thing, women in our life, because we are talking about women. If you start with the first woman in your life, your mother, wasn't so easy, and it wasn't so easy in my case. You have to heal it through your life. And it's so important to establish for the man to establish good relationship with the woman. It's so important whether she's a partner or a sister, because if not, we are not healthy. Yeah. So I just want to say this.
Yeah. I'm so grateful that you got your pulse read yesterday by Dr. 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗦. And I am so looking forward to watching your progress as you go through connecting more and more to what she recommended for you, reducing your pitta and getting yourself into balance. So Nehemiah, thank you so much. So appreciate you.
Thank you. Welcome.
Sharon, you had something you wanted to share.
Just to tag on to the conversation about blessing everything, there's a yoga teaching that even tables and chairs appreciate not being dragged. And we should pick up the table and pick up the chair and move gently.
You know, that's beautiful. You know, when you think about, you know, the 𝗬𝗙𝗣𝗢𝗀𝗢 and you think about the 𝗵𝗡𝗏𝗊, I always say it's like namaste to the greatest and highest degree. You know, and if you look at everything in life as, you know, that way, you know, that would be, you know, not dragging the table and the chair is very respectful. You know, Dr. Naram always said that, you know, he gives respect to every living thing. I remember a story about 𝗁𝗏𝗏 where the Dr. Naram was in clinic and he was reading a pulse and the students were around and a mosquito came and landed on his forehead. And the students were nervous. They're like, do we brush it away? Do we get it? What do we do? And Dr. Naram looked up at them and said, he needs food too. So he didn't ever brush it away. He didn't ever, move it away. He accepted and loved every living being, and he did not hurt any living being. So that's reminded me of the table and chairs, Sharon. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Are we ready to go into the breakout room?
Mm-hmm.
While you're
Yes,
doing
the
that, I just want to say welcome to Susie Brightman, who's here. I haven't seen her in a long time. So happy to have you. Looking forward to giving you a hug in Sedona.
Susie, can you say hello really quickly? It's so exciting that you live there in Sedona. Are you able to come on camera and unmute by chance? I was so excited. She was one of the very first people here waiting to get on the call. I was so excited, and she's in, I don't know whether she's in a different time zone or not, if she's on the East Coast or, on the Pacific Coast or not, but that's early, if you're being early. But she is an amazing lady. She's had some incredible healing stories, and she has a real love for Sedona. So thank you, Carol, for acknowledging that. Dr. Clint had to step off the call, so just wishing him well and a beautiful day. And it is snowing outside. I live in Utah too, and it's pretty snowy. Anyway, unlike Cornelia, who's in the Bahamas in a tank top near the beach and sunshine.
Well, as we always say, it's a choice where you want to live. So I choose the warm weather. I like snow, but only for certain days when I want to go skiing, but not necessarily to live there. Okay, anyway, we are ready to go into the breakout rooms, and I didn't assign the pods, so everyone is just randomly in the pods, and I will open them in a second. But just on a personal level, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who's texted here in the chat private messages and wished me a happy birthday. I didn't respond to them because there are just way too many, but I will definitely read them all. And thank you so much for all your good wishes for my birthday. And I think before we go into the breakout room, we should do our normal greeting and grab our hands together and say our usual greeting. I love you.
Oh, unmute everybody. Unmute. I thought
I love you and I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
Love you and I'm with you.
I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
With you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you.
And I'm with you.
I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you. I love you and I'm with you.